I think from a banking sector perspective, what we look for is a political continuity, and economic policy continuity, and to the extent incumbent government is back in place, we expect the same to continue. So on a wholesale side, we think that there would be some more thrust in areas like infrastructure, manufacturing. The climate change is a big issue, so the whole transitioning is likely to happen. And also we think the financial deepening story, which is giving more credit to the SMEs and the retail sector, is likely to continue.
Largely the same. We expect continuity in the policy directives on the financial sector. So to that extent, we do expect the government's focus on housing and infrastructure to really continue, which would mean, some way you would have to use the banking system to ensure that you are able to pass on or at least continue on those initiatives. So as such, we're not really expecting any major detour in terms of the way forward for the BFSI sector as such.
World Bank has recently said that the growth will continue at about an average of 6.7%. What are your thoughts on that as well?
So I think if you really look at from a global setup, for banking system, what really matters is the nominal GDP growth, because that is tied to the credit growth in India. And our view is that if you look at the nominal GDP growth from a perspective, India would be 10-11% kind of a growth story for extended period of time on nominal GDP basis, and which will give banks ample opportunity to finance this growth, and the profitability of the sector is also improved. So it would be not only growth but with profits. Now if you just contrast it with what is happening globally, you would find a lot of banking systems are facing challenges. So in Europe we have a negative outlook on lot of banking systems in France, in UK and in Germany, because of the tight monetary policy, the economic growth has really suffered. Similarly in US, the whole commercial real estate market is suffering because of policy tightening, and which has implication for the banks, and China has its own set of problems related to deleveraging and property sector and so on and so forth. So if you marry the growth dynamics in India along with what is happening in the banking sector, it really stands out as an outlier.
As I said, in terms of GDP growth, we do expect the country to continue in 6.5 to 7% kind of growth rates for next couple of years. So that would definitely give a lot of opportunity for the BFSI sector to expand on credit. And as Amit said, the banks and the non-banks are possibly at the best of their financial health over the last 10 years. So that should provide them equal and more than equal opportunities for them to cherry pick and continue on the growth path with fairly strong profitability and asset quality numbers.